fall back. If it was back then, I'd be tripping off that. Took a little time just to get me on track.
Today, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Well, the roof is closed, but as you can probably tell, the mouths of these Cowboy fans could not be more wide open. It is a frenzied AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Washington Commanders and the Dallas Cowboys. Again, everyone, I'm Brandon Gautin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They come in 0-3 and in desperate need of a win.
And as a team, you start to feel a little bit snake bit. They need something good to happen right now so they know it's not just them. They think they have the makings of a good team.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by Mr. Irrelevant in the 2022 draft, a guy with something to prove, Iowa State's career passing leader, and that's Brock Purdy.
I loved our discussion this week. You know, we had our weekly phone call to talk about our game coming up, and we had to reflect on the fact that he won the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award last week, yet his team lost. You don't see that very often.
No, I know a lot of people dislike that, but when you look at the numbers across the conference from last week, he was clearly the best. So I say the award goes to him, and it did.
Yeah, I agree with you totally. He was so good, they just couldn't ignore him.
On first down, Purdy able to hit his target, Lamb. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The numbers for him from a week ago: 9 catches, 120 yards even.
And I don't know about you, partner, but if anybody ranks me in the top 10 in anything, I'm really happy. And that's exactly where he is now, number 10 in the league in receiving yards.
You expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
The false start hurts them there a bit, backs them up to 2nd and 9. Now Purdy. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. Purdy to throw it on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Purdy looking to throw. Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Here's Purdy. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Purdy looking to throw on first down here. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Working with a 2nd and 3. Purdy now to throw. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
On 3rd down, it's Purdy. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Purdy will look to throw again here. He finds his man, complete. It's Lamb. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. There's Purdy on 1st and 10. Another one to CeeDee Lamb. He's got it. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. They'll run with Hall. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Second and goal from inside the 5. Shotgun now with Purdy. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Purdy. And it'll be intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And the Commanders force the turnover. And they'll take over at the 10. And the defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Make a play. It was only a 3-yard.
They'll send Brown in motion right. They'll roll him out right. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Tough to imagine any team wanting to give a player like this up in a trade, but I know they're happy to have it.
It is amazing, isn't it? But we have seen big-time guys change teams. Jimmy Graham, Brandon Marshall, and their new teams are really excited to have them because they provide big-time targets.
The tackle made by Caleb Chason.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go play action with Hurts. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple at its 2nd down.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On first down, it's Purdy. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Open man here is Conklin. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Back to throw, Purdy. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing here, Purdy. Then he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Back to the ground with Hall. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. 20-yard line. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On 2nd and goal. Purdy, this will be caught at about the 6. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. With DeForest Buckner using those big hands and getting in there and bringing him down for this sack. The kick by Lutz is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. The Commanders back out late in this first half. And with a 7-3 lead, we'll see how aggressive they want to be. To the right side and complete to Hurst. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Again, that's Hurst. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here is Washington now to take over. They were losers to Philadelphia a week ago. Now they find themselves in the lead as they start this drive. On first down, Hurts. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, a give to Mixon. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Ready.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Dancing to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Commanders are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. A handoff to Mixon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. It's Shaq Lawson who worked his way in there to get him down.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Slot man moves right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. Play action. Now Purdy. Over the middle, complete to Judy. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a 1st. On 1st down, Purdy. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that'll make it 2nd down. Purdy sets up to throw again. And this one quickly to Lamb. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They'll look to throw again. That's going to be caught by Judy. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Working with a 2nd and 4. Purdy from the gun. He finds his man, complete. That's Lamb. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 35. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Hall ought to give up the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 in 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Looking to throw. Purdy. Got a man. It's Judy, complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You're watching the NFL on Sports. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. And that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Purdy. And it's caught. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was finished off by the rookie Breece Hall. Fields it right around the goal line. The Commanders' offense set to take over. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Sliding out of the pocket. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And next time, Brandon, I think you might want to consider running it because those defensive backs, they were plastered to the receivers, and they weren't letting up as that play went on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Hurts to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Rolling to his right. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Here's A.J. Cole now, standing just about on his own goal line. Averaging 50 yards of boot so far as this one's away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Their defense got to stop, force the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Purdy under pressure, and they got to him again. DeForest Buckner able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Call it a gain of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20, not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Play action. Here's Hurts. He'll buy some time right. Deep ball for Goodwin. And got his man complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll send Brown in motion right. On 2nd and 9, Hurts. Complete to Zacchaeus. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. One more time with Patterson. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this, let's try to get it in the end zone?
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? True. You might want to go ahead and kick.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They wanted to throw for it. A surprise does not work on 4th and goal from the 1. And the result, instead of the chip shot to tie, they turn the ball over on downs. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Straight ahead is Hall. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. Now Washington down by a field goal, 65 seconds remaining. And they need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
They'll roll him out right. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll send Brown in motion right. Back to throw. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Picked up by Joe Williams. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Well, obviously, Charles, this was by no means an offensive track meet. I mean, the defenses were the story in this ball game. But, hey, they got enough points to get the job done. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
You're absolutely right about that, partner. In such a low-scoring game, it completely changes everything you had planned to do out there. Fortunately for them, they got just enough scoring to bring home the win. And in this type of a game, to play their defense, that became one of their biggest keys.
So for the Cowboys, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first win of the season here in Week 4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams.